Good morning, guys. This is Mancane Smalls, the Oracle Kings. So here I just want to do a back test. I'm not a back test, a recap of the trades that I took yesterday of GBPJPY. As you all some know, I'm now trading GBPJPY only. So this is the trade that I took yesterday. I just want to explain to you the reason why I took this trade. So I'll go to H4 time frame. As you can see on H4 time frame, we had this demand zone. Let me just delete this. We had this demand zone that broke this supply zone here, which was our S2D. So our S2D, where is our S2D coming from? This was the demand that broke this supply zone and created a new high. So we had a break of structure here. So that's the reason why I wanted to buy this trade here. We bought this as our first entry point there, and then on smaller time frame, H1 time frame, as you all know, I'm using H1 to enter my trades. So I refined my chart to M30. It was like this. Then I was like, I'm going to buy this thing from the M30 time frame. Then my stop loss is gonna just be below here. And then what did the market do? The market used the H1 order block, for which is this one, H1 order block. So the market used the H1 order block. When I wake up in the morning, I saw that on H1 they already tapped. So I cashed this market. It was around them. Then I went to smaller time frames like M15. Then on M15, I was like, okay, this is our M15 chart. Then on M15, this is our break of structure on M15. So this is the high that pushed the price to create this lower low that we had. So the market shifted there and created a new high. Then after that, I entered my trade exactly there around this order block here. Where was my stop loss? My stop loss was just here below in this low here. In this low, then my target, now I realized that on H1 time frame, again on H1 time frame, we have this as our supply zone. This is our supply zone, and then this supply zone broke the structure from this low here. So that was a strong area of interest. So I managed to catch this trade on GBPJPY from here all the way to my take profit there. Then after taking the profit there using the M15 order block, then now I want to show you something on M15. This was my M15 trade, right? So from the M15 trade, I was like, okay, cool. On M5 right now, the problem, I'm not gonna manage to change the time frame. And then I was like, okay, now let's shift, let's move, let's add more trades. This was our high, and then the market created equal highs there. After creating that equal high, I added another entry point exactly there. Then I added another entry point there to where? To my TP. Then it hit TP before the CPI news. So that was my trade on GBPJPY, the trades that I took. Then I entered again a buy. Then after retesting, after I saw this retest this bearish strong pullback, then I was like, okay, this is my H1 candle. If you can check this H1 candle stick, this one didn't reject exactly around this one, so it didn't touch. So when I saw this rejection, I entered another buy. Then my TP was exactly where this rejection started. Then I took my profit there. Then now I want to take you to another pair, for which is GBPUSD. As you can see, GBPUSD, I still have our setup that we had. Then GBPUSD, if you can go to 4 hour time frame on GBPUSD, you realize that GBPUSD on H4 time frame, it started to buy from this candlestick there. After that one, they created this high and then a higher low here. After creating that higher low, I was like, okay, now since that is our higher low, then they created a new higher high. From that higher high, you need to check the order block responsible for this break. So this was the order block responsible for that break. The market came back there and retested nicely there. After retesting nicely there, you break it to smaller time frame. So on H1, I realized that on H1 time frame, you had this support or resistance. It was our resistance when the market pushed here to the downside, then they broke it to support. As you can see here, they rejected and went straight up, but that wasn't my what I was looking for. I just saw it, then I was like, okay, I'm going to use it also. And then now again, I want you to see something. Then I was like, okay, remember, now I want to show you everything that we had here. We took a sell here also before we take a buy there. The market broke the structure here. After market broke the structure here, remember this market has been bullish. The market has been respecting the highs, breaking the highs, respecting the lows. Sorry. So here, this was the other high that they broke. They broke that high to create a new higher high. Then I was like, okay, after market breaking here, this low, because they were supposed to respect this low, as you can see, these lows, they were being respected. They're supposed to respect this, but they didn't. Then I saw this as a strong impulsive move that broke this. Then I took a sell there. Then again, after that one, I was like, okay, what's happening now in the market? Remember, it's in H1. Then I had to refine it to M15. Then on M15 time frame, I want to show you something again. Then I had to add another entry point from this after breaking that low. Remember, we are coming from a strong area of interest. Then you had to take another sell here. This was another sell. Then on H1 time frame again, I want to show you something. On H1 time frame again, we broke the structure again here to the downside. Then which order block is responsible for that? We took a sell again from this order block here to complete our bearish pullback move. Okay, sorry, everything now is shifting. What's happening? Okay, to complete our bearish pullback move. Then it came to our H4 or a demand zone. Then it came back again on H1 here. I saw that, okay, already now we have this trend line, market respecting this trend line from here. Sorry, market respected the trend line here, second touch. Then there it was the third touch. Then I was like, okay, cool, this market, this order block failed to break this low. Since they are breaking the lows, they failed to break this low, so for which they respected this order block. Then I was like, this trend line is gonna be liquidity for me, so I expected the market to give a pullback there and then come back and retest from this support. Support was somewhere, I think around this week there. This was my support where I'm expecting to buy GBPUSD, for which, as you can see, it came back to it and then came back here. This was there were a lot of liquidity there because a lot of people were selling there. Remember, we are coming from a bigger time frame order block, so for which that's the reason why I took a buy on GBPUSD. So this is my recap of the trades that I took yesterday before the CPI happened. Anyways, this is the order block kings. I'm signing out. Hope this video is gonna help you to learn some few tricks on how I trade. Thank you.